LaMelo does have his deficiencies, right? He's
Melo got, yes.
defensively, he's not there yet. He's shooting the ball. He's struggling a lot, right?
How you call that struggling? It's just playing basketball. Just when you want to fine tune on things, that's fine. When you're trying to bring
40% from the field.
You can shoot 10% from the field, but if you keep making the game winner, who cares?
I mean, I got to say though that he's shooting 25% from downtown. They're 3 and 11.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Would you want a guy who shoots 60%, 60% from the field all the time, or would you want a guy who shoots 10%? He keeps making the game winner. Which one you want? I'm asking you. Talk to me.
I mean,
which one would you want?
I mean, are we assuming this dude's shooting 60% don't win?
60% and you're not winning, but you're shooting 6 out of 10 every game. You're doing good.
I mean,
but you got this one guy who's shooting 10%, but every time the last game, everybody on their feet like, ooh, that 10% it might go in. Tell me which guy you want.
I mean, I want the winner.
Exactly.
But the Hawks are 3 and 11.
That's all it is.
The Hawks are 3 and 11 is all I'm saying.
Okay, but who's the most watched team out of the NBL?
Probably the Hawks.
I rest my case. You're an entertainer. You're an entertainer. But I'm just saying, you can always break it down to the percentages and all that. Some games you shoot good, but it'll catch up with you. Some games you shoot bad. But if you worry about the percentage, whether you're going to take that shot or not, that's the confidence you got to have. Because when the shot goes up, 2 things are going to happen. Either you're going to be the zero or the hero. And if you know how to handle that, you're fine.
Do you think that's one of LaMelo's biggest strengths, the fact that he's been in the spotlight for so long? So
been in the spotlight since he's been a baby. It doesn't bother him because you're gonna have people talk about you when you if you're winning and missing all these shots, nobody gonna say nothing. But if you're losing and missing all these shots, people gonna critique. And then you have a good game, triple double. Oh, he took a lot of shots, and some of the shots he's trying to come back at the end, and you're missing all these shots. Or you be in a rhythm, and the coach says, okay, sit down for these next 4 minutes, and then you get out of that rhythm. So what I'm saying is, the more everybody's saying Melo's getting better, what's happening is the coaches believe in him. He's on the court more, so you have a better chance of winning because one of your best players is on the court for the longest. You used to believe in Aaron Brooks like that, but now you're letting the young buck break loose and do what he does, and it's more successful that way. But who relies on an American kid that's 18 years old? They don't come over here like that because they had this program before, but nobody's had the success of Melo on the fact that you're not set up like that.
Last question on Melo. He's got a foot injury currently.
Yes.
Has there been any talk about shutting it down?
No, there's never talk about my son shutting it down. My thing is this. I've been breeding my boys from day one to play like killers. What I mean like that, if your finger broke, play, if you broke right hand, play left-handed. If you can hobble a little bit, that's good. Just take the ball out and box out on rebounds. So he wants to play right now, but he's not 100%. I've been priming him like this since he's been a baby. And now it's time for me to say, you know, son, this is for your career now. Don't say you all right and just go out there. You got to be 100%. You can't be 80%. Like, nah, I'm good. Because he's been telling me I'm good all the time, and you be limping. You can't move. You can't practice. But you out there limping and doing what you can because you want to play the game so bad. And now, after years of training him like that, to all of a sudden say, hey, don't do it, son. So here's my thing, what people like to say. Just because he's injured don't mean he's going to shut it down. Let's say the injury takes 2 weeks and he's 100%, he's good to go. But if it takes 8 weeks and he's not 100%, don't go out there like, hey, I'm trying to show everybody I can still play. It's a different way of doing it now, on the fact that all eyes on you and you're more for the career, the long haul. It's not no more like, I used to say people that don't play hurt is just wimps. Because you could do some other things in the game. And I've always, that's why my middle son, Jello, played on a messed up ankle, finally had surgery, but he played on it for 8 years. On a messed up, on 1 foot, outscoring everybody. Now he's on 2 feet, so I can't wait for him to try out for these teams and let him be seen. All 3 of my boys is #1 picks.